Okay, hello dear friends, good evening, such a beautiful, beautiful evening. Before everything, I should make an announcement and then you will see the rest of the video. Tomorrow, I will do a live. So tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, we will do a live. The reason is I just received one Instagram chat. One friend said, my mother has struggled through COVID for many months, and your video has helped her to fall asleep, and she was very happy. How I said, you are such a wonderful girl. How about a wonderful daughter? How about we do a live for your mom on Mother's Day as a gift? And she said yes. She's from Sweden, and their Mother's Day is on May 30th. But anyway, tomorrow, May 9th, Gugu is jumping high. May 9th, 11:30 Pacific time, we will do a live. I will see you there. Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. I just came back. Maybe a little bit of lipstick color, chapstick to make it a little bit better as a respect to you. Cuckoo. Okay. So I was thinking, should I put on the light? No, not important. It is not important. I just want to chat with you a little bit. And just a couple of days ago, I made a video suggesting podcast topics. I asked friends, what is the thing you would like me to talk about? And some friends said, you can talk about anything. It is true, I can talk about anything. And there are times the idea just come up. But if you pinpoint a particular topic, it really it can help to make a lot of thoughts concrete and precise into one point. So first, I need to tell you the story of today. Today, I went. I am doing the ET shipping, and when you have a shop, you know, Gugu is dashing to us. Oh, Gugu, 米努努，来让大家看看你 ，OK？ 哦，Gugu， OK， 去玩吧，啊。Oh, Gugu is staying here. I have a thread of sunshine on my eyes, and I feel it's good. And I was doing the ET shipping, and if you run a shop, you know you need to have the exact as you have on the picture. If you do not have, it's kind of disastrous. You have to contact that person. You are missing something. How about replacement? An ET sales order is a legal contract, or any place is a legal contract. You do whatever you proposed, and it's important. Gugu, 咪努，去上面玩去吧。Okay, sorry. No sorry for Gugu. Gugu does what she wants. Yeah. So 爸爸应该喂他，你去找爸爸，爸爸会喂你，好吗？还是一定要跟妈妈 ？OK， 我去上面玩吧。Okay, look at her, jumping high. She's the teacher of tiger. She will jump up. You will see. See. Gugu. Oh, yeah. She's the student of tiger. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Should I continue this? Okay, here is a warning. If you use a headset, just just don't be surprised. I am in the backyard. There are a lot of flowers, so there are a lot of bees, and some pretty big bees. So they have this sound. Oh, it's kind of scary. And so there was one thing on my Etsy shop I could not find. I look here and there, one box, another box. I took out all the 8 box. I put in these mini cups and could not find it. And then I put it back, sort it again, and then do it another time. Still cannot find it out. It's just totally, I was lost. I was so stressed out. I know you do not need to be stressed out, but now and then, from time to time, you just something you know exactly where it is, but suddenly does not have, and you could not find, and you have a time schedule, a time frame. The 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 post office will close at 5 o'clock. If you miss that deadline, it will be until Monday, 2 days later. So you want to catch up that deadline. Anyway, all this stress you put on yourself, I put on myself. So I was suddenly become very stressed out. Eventually, I found it. So I took it and then I went to post office. Something like 5:10, 5:20, I arrived post office. Sometimes post office pick up a little bit later than 5 o'clock. Anyway, this time I was telling myself, why do I need to worry? Or does it help if I worry? Or does it help if I get my whole body heat and stressed out? It does not. It shows one thing. I haven't do my job. I haven't done my job. I haven't done enough for the preparation. As the business opportunity, as the things, let's not to talk about business opportunity, your hobby, your interest, your exterior, your outside job, side hustle, side kick, or anything you want to do, you start to do it. And the more you do, the more things you accumulate. You will have a more and more interesting life. But if you do not organize it well, if you do not make sure things are in order, in place, this is the result you are going to get as me, that you lost here. You do not know where it is. So when things happens in this situation, the more important thing is not to make another podcast, is not make another video, is not make another product, is not chatting, write another blog, is not do anything, is to stop. And just stop, not doing anything. Give yourself some time. There are production people and motivating people will say, you need to write at this 30 minutes block, you do an interview, that 30 minutes block, you do math, that 30 minutes block, you do physics, the other 30 minutes block, you make a video. No, life is not like that. I am thinking right now what I think is very much like my mother, or Bluetooth, or moreover my grandmother's way of thinking, or a way of doing things. She was not stressed, and life has never been easy for her, and she just does things one at a time, calm. Even a lot of trouble, a lot of problems happen, and she was calm and composed. There were, my auntie got divorced, and my auntie passed away because of the cancer. Anyway, a lot of, and my grandfather I have never seen because he passed away early. Anyway, so many things. Life itself can teach us a lot of things. Be calm, calm down, do one thing at a time, and give everything the sufficient amount of time and attention. You can do things better. It should be like Gugu. When she wants to sleep, just sleep there. She's not sleeping, she's lying there comfortably. Our life can be lived like that. Do not need to be always in a rush. I am starting to think when I visited other places, we went to Tibet, we went to France, to some, let's just talk about France first. You go to Europe, you go to France, you go to Italy, you go to those ancient civilizations with a lot of old buildings. The building has been there for 500 years. People's life has been there that way for 500 years. It can be there for 500 years, for 1,000 years. It can keep on another 500 years. No need to be stressed out. There are people very techy. There are people still doing the same thing, cleaning the, fixing the shoes, or some old trade. There is still things in there. So do not stress out yourself too much. Do not listen too much of those of the stressful talks. There are a lot of talks that make us very stressful, and we deserve to live a life just the way we want to live, the way we usually live. So let's talk about this. So I am thinking now what I need to do is not to receive further order. Of course, if you send me order, I should receive further order, but not in a rush to ship it out. There has been instances that I ship it out and then eventually found out that I shipped the wrong brush to the wrong address or something. Give yourself the time. Do one thing at a time, relaxed, and that is more important. Right, Gugu? Gugu said, yeah. Yeah, Gugu agrees. Okay? Okay, so I will clean it up and slow down and do one thing at a time. That is more important. Another very important thing I will tell you later. I will do lemon curd. I will do lemon curd. Okay. Now we talk about another thing. A few days ago, I asked friends to talk about what topic would like to be discussed. So one friend wrote down 13 topics, and it's all about live good life, enjoy life, work happily, efficiently, effectively, live a life with enjoyment, and improve quality of life. And I am thinking I can do 13 points, 13 ways to improve life. No, we take one to discuss. We do one thing at a time. I do not like, I feel that we talk about one thing solidly, all sides of it will be more productive than talk about many things. Many things we forget. How to improve the quality of life, productivity of life. You make a list. You get up in the morning. You brush your teeth, and you do exercise, and you write down what you have achieved, and you pray, and you eat, and 27 things you do. No, we talk about one thing. What do you do when you feel quitting? This is one of the questions. What do you do when you feel quitting? There are only two choices in front of my eyes. You quit or not to quit. Quit or not to quit. This is a question. And if you have been doing this for a long time and you always think this, if you always hesitate about quit or not quit, maybe this is not your thing. It's not your thing. It's give it a chance to change to another thing might be better. And or maybe you are just like me, not a quitting person. I mean, not because I am determined. It's just I do not have the self-motivation to look for another job, to look for another family, to look for another friend, to look for another place. It's not my habit. It's I am comfortable to deal with the existing situation and adapt it and adopt the situation, adapt to it, and move on with it. Think about your character. What is your character? And you decide what to do. The second thing, you do not quit. You just keep on doing it because you have not made enough effort. And it's still too early to decide to quit. Okay, so a lot of time, this kind of things, it's very hard to decide. If I say, I'm thinking, because I have not done it very well. Sometimes I do well, sometimes I do not. For example, cleaning up the room. Sometimes my husband wants to keep it. I do not want to keep. Sometimes I want to keep, he does not want to keep. Anyway, when there are too many people, when there are two or more people to make decision, you cannot make decision. First, you make sure you are the decision maker. Give yourself, sorry, let me stop. So, the airplane has left, we can talk. So first, give yourself the authority. You consult other people or not, it's your choice. But you make sure you have the final say. It's not your husband's word. It's not your wife's. It's not your parents. It's not your teachers. It's not your professors. It's not your boss. At the end of the day, you can put your hand on your heart and say, I want to do it, or I do not want to do it. Give yourself the absolute authority to say yes or no. Sometimes I throw away things, or I donate things, or I get rid of things without even letting other people know. Because if they know, I know they will against it, and I will never make any change. So you make a decision. Sometimes you listen to others. Sometimes do not even talk to others and make that decision. The second thing, I think this is more practical. Give yourself a time frame. You want to quit a job. You want to quit a relationship. And you want to quit, but you hesitate. And the other side also hesitate. If the other side say no, want to say bye-bye to you, it's not even your decision. So I'm not talking about that. I am talking about you have the total decision. You have the total initiation to do it. Then give yourself a time for a relationship, for a 27-year of marriage relationship. How about give it one more year? I just heard a new word, marriage gap year. You have 75 house or gazillion house. Go to another place to work. Go to another place to live. Look for another job. Or if we talk about job, if you have worked in that place for 40 years, it's very likely you will not change, right? And you already get into the system, it's kind of hard. Let's say you worked in that place for 5 years, maybe it's time to change. If you want to, if you want to be on the trend of the market, if you are in the in the technology, it needs to change. And it is the time to change. 2 or 3 years, it's time to change. So you can go to competitor, you can gain new edge, and you will get into the industry. It's all about the same industry. You work for this company or competitor's company, it's all the same industry, right? So maybe you can change. But if you work in education, it's about seniority. It's about seniority. It's about how many years you work there. So that you will give yourself a second thought. You have already worked in school for 10 years. Why you want to change it? And change this school, does it really change everything? Or you work for a place, does it really make a fundamental change? If you work, only change a boss, only change an office, and not really developing your own skill, your own value, maybe that is that you can hold on, right? Only because the boss is not bearable. If you know the other company has a better boss, then you can do. But otherwise, give yourself some time to think about it. You can decide the time. 2 months to decide, counting from today, day one, how many good things about day one, how many bad things about day one, how much I hate this thing, and how much I want to get rid of it. Once you give it a time frame, maybe you will have some nostalgic feeling. Cuckoo is jumping. Yeah. So give yourself some time to make that decision. There is no right, no wrong. I, particularly, my character is not a quitting or changing job person. I have been one time fired, and oh my goodness, I almost died. That's too much, but it's very, very, very hard. I think about my pride. I think about my family. I am from China. My parents, our education is be loyal to the service you do, and it's such a shame to be laid off from a company, from a place. So I was very sad. And also my personal character, I am not a changing person. I like to adapt to things and make the best of it. And another thing I like is that I do not take things too seriously. I do not take things too wholeheartedly. Later on, we will talk about evaluation. We will talk about how much energy you put into your work and how you can develop your sidekick, how you develop your hobby, and those things. Make a balanced life. Work is only one part of your life. It provides your income so that you can do other things. Make a balance. Hobby is just one part of your life, and it makes you happy, but you need to have the income which from your job, so you balance it out. How much energy allocated to your work, how much energy allocated to your hobby, because you are paid a certain amount of salary according to your to the time you spend according to your value. No need to devaluate yourself to do too much than it. And it's just fair. It's just fair. Make it fair, because if they explore you too much, it's not fair for you. If you do not work hard at all, if you just get the salary and not doing job and glandui and just lingering around, lingering, jingling, of course it's not fair. It's not the right ethic to work. Do your fair share. So quit or not, it is your decision. I have talked all this empty talk. Only thing I want to do is, I want to say is that I need to have a change. I need to clean up my things so that I can live a more organized life. Maybe I should tell you, tomorrow at 11:30 Pacific time, we will do a Mother Day special YouTube live. I hope I see you there.